Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Fever FM.
Hi guys, Namaskar. मैं हूँ RJ Urmin on Fever 104 FM, and today I have somebody who is an all-rounder. And I'm not just using the cricket term because you have recently seen him in the film 83, but ये वाकई में एक all-rounder है. I love that he always experiments with his roles and he doesn't fear from doing different things. हाल ही में एक नए वेब सीरीज में आप इन्हें देखने वाले हैं, and that's Unpaused 2. Please welcome Saqib Saleem. How are you doing?
अरे उर्मिन, what a lovely introduction. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है इसका मैं जवाब कैसे दूं, but मैं अच्छा हूँ. मतलब I'm just taken aback by the introduction, but thank you so much for the kind words. How are you?
I'm doing good, but I actually mean it, Saqib. I don't know if you remember this, लेकिन मेरे आपके साथ पहली इंटरव्यू हुई थी ड्यूरिंग मेरे डैड की मारुति, एंड देन वी मेट ड्यूरिंग हवा हवाई. सो एवरी टाइम आई इंटरव्यू यू, आई हैव सो मच ऑफ different concepts and different roles that you have picked on to talk about. So it clearly feels that आप अपने आप को एक्सपेरिमेंट करते रहते हैं, हर फिल्म के साथ रीइन्वेंट करते रहते हैं. How much of this do you believe in?
कोशिशें करता रहता हूँ. वो सक्सेसफुल होती है नहीं होती है वो मैं उस पर ज्यादा ध्यान देता नहीं हूँ. आई लाइक टू जस्ट एंजॉय द प्रोसेस. एंड यार मेरे साथ ये है कि मैं एक बार कुछ कर लेता हूँ ना, लाइक if I play a certain kind of a role, then I don't want to touch it for a while because I don't think as an actor I can add anything more to it. If I try and just keep doing mere dad ki Marutis all my life, then I don't know if I'll enjoy myself as an actor. I think this process that I do is to enjoy the fact that I'm an actor and enjoy acting because that's what I love. And there is कोशिशें नहीं करूंगा, नई चीजें नहीं करूंगा तो मजा नहीं आएगा यार. वरना if you do the same interviews every day, if you ask the same questions every day, how boring would it be?
That's true.
So the intention is always to just keep myself entertained more than anything else. And in the process, if I can entertain people, then nothing like that.
Wow. And ऐसे कहते कहते it's been 11 years. 2011 was when.
बुढ़ा हो गया यार, बुढ़ा हो गया.
Please, yeah, you just started. Look at you, and all fit. Like the first thought that came to my mind when you appeared on the screen was like, oh my God, look at Saqib. What are you doing? What's your regime like? ये वो typical सवाल है.
Nothing. My regime is very simple. These days, my mother's home, so I'm having माँ के हाथ का खाना. And because I don't feel too safe going to the gym, so if I go about 2-3 times a week, then I'm cycling most of the week. In the lockdown, that's one thing I picked up on. I bought myself a cycle and I cycle for about 15-20 kilometers every day. So that's what just keeps me busy. That is all I can do given the time that we are in.
I agree. I think you're making the most of it. Coming to this new series, which again is based on things that happened to people during the lockdown. There are 5 different stories. और आपका एक बड़ा special किरदार है. बताएं साकिब, tell us about your role in Unpaused 2.
So I'm part of a short that's called Teen Tigara. My character is called Chandan. I hail from UP. I'm about 32-33 years of age. I'm a small-time thug. I'm a robber. I do these odd jobs to make a livelihood. और मेरी एक बीवी है जो 8.5 महीने प्रेग्नेंट है, and we are going to have our first child. और मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि अब जो मैं जॉब करूंगा ये मेरी लाइफ की आखिरी जॉब होगी, और इसके बाद I want to start a Naya Safar with my wife and my child, make sure that my child gets educated, my child doesn't turn out to be like me. And so I do this last job, and I get stuck in a go down with all the loot that I have looted, and because it's the lockdown, and now I can't go back to my wife who calls me every 2 hours telling me updates about what the hospital situation is like, that I'm not getting a bed, and doctor ne ye kaha, doctor ne wo kaha. So I think it's got a lot of layers, this character, and because it's a very heartland character, it was very exciting to do. Because मुझे आप हमेशा चॉकलेट बॉय रोल्स में ही देखती हैं, तो मैंने कहा थोड़ा चेंज वेंज करते हैं, थोड़ी दाढ़ी बढ़ाते हैं, थोड़े बाल बढ़ाते हैं, थोड़ी परफॉर्मेंस वाली पिक्चर करते हैं.
हाँ.
बड़े दिन हो गए थे, तो इसीलिए ये पिक्चर किया और बहुत मजा आया. जेन्युइनली I had a great team with me, like some passionate bunch of people, whether it was Ruchir, my director, or Ashish, Sam, my co-actors, everybody. We just felt so, when you're on a set, जहाँ पर सब हम उम्र ही होते हैं. एक तो सभी 30, 32, 33 साल के थे और आई डोंट नो, और सब बहुत टैलेंटेड थे. तो जब आप ऐसे टैलेंटेड माहौल में होते हो तो आप भी अपने आप को पुश करने लगते हो. Because you see so much passion in and around you, you are compelled to start pushing yourself. So I think वो atmosphere बहुत अच्छा था set पे. And अच्छी चीज जो स्क्रिप्ट की मुझे सबसे ज्यादा लगी, उर्मिन की बहुत relatable picture है. It's a universal emotion. We've all gone through the lockdowns. We know what it felt like, and the anxieties we had, the fears we had. So I think it addresses that, and it also addresses the different kind of people that all of us became in this lockdown. Like for instance, Chandan represents that section of people who had everything in control. And then one fine day they woke up to realize they have nothing in control. And so he represents that section of people. So I feel like when you see different characters in all the 5 short films that are there, you'll relate to them because you may have heard those issues. You may have seen people like that. You may have seen those problems in and around you. But the beauty of the film is that even after doing all of this, it leaves you with a sense of hope in the end. Because I feel like in a time like this, that is all you need, right? And I remember reading the script and I read it, and by the end of it, I had a smile on my face. I'm like, if you can make a film on the pandemic and make people to smile, I think that's the most beautiful thing you can do.
It's true. That's absolutely true. How was your experience during the first and the second lockdown? What were the good things that you actually we should just talk about the good things, because we've seen a lot of stuff around us, especially in the second lockdown. आपने साकिब ने अपने आप में कौन सी अच्छी चीजें देखी in these 2 lockdowns?
यार देखो, जब पहली बार हुआ उर्मिन, तब तो पता ही नहीं था क्या होने वाला है. ठीक है, एक्साइटमेंट थी कि अरे अब क्या होगा, मतलब अब किसी को काम पे नहीं जाना है, सब घर पे रहेंगे, मतलब हम घर से बाहर निकल सकते हैं, नहीं निकल सकते हैं, अच्छा घर में ही रहेंगे, लूडो खेल लेंगे, क्लब हाउस पे बातें कर लेंगे, मतलब एक नॉवेल्टी थी उसकी. सो आई थिंक व्हाट द नाइस थिंग अबाउट द फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन स्पेशली फॉर मी वाज आई गॉट टाइम विद माय सेल्फ. आपने जैसे बताया कि मैं 10-12 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ और जब से दिल्ली से आया हूँ तो मुझे लग रहा था सिर्फ मैं भाग रहा हूँ, कभी इधर कभी उधर, कभी ये करना है कभी वो करना है. एंड नाउ देयर वाज अ टाइम कि भगवान ने सबको बोल दिया कि अब सबका पिट स्टॉप है, सब अपनी गाड़ियां पार्क करो और उतर जाओ, अभी किसी सब बराबर है. So I felt like I got time with myself because I stopped running any sort of race. I just paused my life and I got time with myself. It gave me clarity as to what I wanted. I started writing again, which I had stopped after college, and I started doing a lot of spoken poetry. I got to spend a lot of time with my dog, who I thought I was neglecting for the longest part of the last 2-3 years. And it just made me connect back to myself, because वो कभी कभी ना, because of the rigmarole in the world that you are in, वो wiring lose हो जाती है. So sometimes you got to rewire yourself and understand why you're doing what you're doing. Sometimes ऐसा हो जाता है कि अच्छा करना है तो करना है, उसकी रीजनिंग आप भूल जाते हो, आप क्यों, why do I like acting?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's those kind of reasonings that I got clarity on through the first lockdown. And yeah, I spent a lot of time with family, which happened after a very long time because Humma was free, I was free, mom, dad were free. So it was just a good time, the first lockdown, to be
I'm
really
sure
honest.
they must have been more happy क्योंकि आमतौर पर as an actor,
but like I said, people like me, Huma, you, all of us, we come from a certain sense of privilege that we can talk about the fact that अरे अच्छा था lockdown first. But like you said, that people have gone through so much,
Yeah.
and especially the second lockdown. I still remember the second lockdown. I would wake up every day with anxiety. I would wake up every day कि अच्छा किसको क्या चाहिए, अरे बेड चाहिए, उसको चाहिए, अरे वो उसको भी कोविड हो गया, अरे डैम. and and one thing I realized in the second lockdown especially is that the fact that अपनी कोई औकात नहीं है. I was very helpless. I saw that as much as I'm trying to help people, I cannot, because there's nothing that is in my control. So and I carried that with me for a very long time. And when this film came to me, I carried that in the film, because I felt like that is what the character was also going through, the helplessness of the whole situation. So yeah, this is what the lockdowns taught me. This film is a byproduct of the lockdown, and the feelings that we all felt when we were in the actual lockdown, we did try and bring that in the film.
Yeah. I think you put it across so well. It's great to know that as an actor, जो आपके मन में चल रहे थे, the feelings that were immersing the time when we had the second lockdown has come in your character as well. But Saqib, tell us that there are so many ups and downs in an actor's life. How do you manage to take that pause? How do you decide कि ये मुझे pause लेना है, and what are your ways? कैसे करते हैं आप अपने आप को pause in life?
मैं अपना फोन स्विच ऑफ कर देता हूँ.
Can you do that? Like, are you okay with it? Don't you get like?
I'm not okay with it, but I feel like sometimes, because we have this device called a mobile phone, sometimes not being connected with people is also good. I feel like we've gotten too connected. We want to know about everything the moment it happens, and then we have to have an opinion about it. I feel like we have stopped the whole process of processing things. That if something has happened, I want to think about it. What has happened? What are the repercussions of it? But no, I'm expected to have an opinion on it also at the same time. So I feel like sometimes the best way to just find your center is just to disconnect. Whether it is to take a 3-4 day trip to Alibag or go to Goa, or just not come out of your room. Sometimes just being on the couch for 2-3 days is the best therapy you need.
Yeah, it's kind of an
You need to
exercise now.
just be watching. It's sometimes the beauty is when you are sitting in front of your television watching some aimless stuff without putting any load on your mind, because we try and put so much load on our mind about everything. For instance, I had to do this interview, so from 11 o'clock I'm putting stress on my mind that I have to do this, but before that I have to finish that. There are 20 things. Of course, it's also important. That is how life has to go forward. But we sometimes just pressurize ourselves into doing things because they have to be done. And who sets these rules? You don't know. They've been set kuch 50,000 saal pehle, and we have to follow them. I sometimes feel that in trying to put pressures on ourselves, we stop going through self-discovery. And that is problematic for me. So sometimes the best way to just pause your life is just to disconnect from any and everything. There are days when I don't talk to my friends also. I'm like, Acha, I need some time to process it. There's so much happening in and around you. So you need to form your thoughts about things.
I am really enjoying this conversation. Like, there's so much to know from you as a person. Like, as an actor, we've loved you on screen, and now Unpaused में हम आपको देखने वाले हैं. So this is a web series again. Very exciting times because OTT platform पर बहुत सारी चीजें आ रही है, and we have the privilege of binge watching. Saqib, what are you watching? आप क्या देख रहे हैं आजकल? What are your favorite shows? What do you binge watch?
I finished watching Tabbar on Sony Live, which I thought was outstanding. One of the better Hindi shows to have come out. Very, very good. Then I'm watching this docudrama called Formula One Drive to Survive, which has made me a fan of F1 racing. And I was never a fan. I didn't know anything about F1 racing. And now all I'm doing throughout the day is Googling who's winning, when is the next Grand Prix. So that's something I'm watching. I've just started watching Kali Kali Aankhein on Netflix. I've seen 3 episodes. Recording stopped.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Just suddenly it just stopped. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
sorry. You were saying you watched 3 episodes of Ye Kali Kali Aankhein, and how was that?
I watched 3 episodes of Ye Kali Kali Aankhein. Matlab, I'll watch the fourth episode after I finish this. So that tells you that it's nice. I want to go back to the fourth episode. Besides that, I finished Succession. I started watching Crown very late. So I'm on the second season of Crown. I know. I'm very late. So that is what I'm watching. So these are the shows
Amazing.
I'm watching right
I have one final question because I started the interview with this, which was, a man who experiments, and I absolutely enjoy, knowing that about you. Lekin, since 2011 to 2022, Saqib Saleem, have you found
now.
your favorite role yet, or are you still looking out for something that's coming your way?
My favorite role is the last role I've played, and then I have to find a new favorite.
Oh,
And
that's so cute.
the problem is, if I do find the best, my dream role, then I would stop acting after that. So I have no dream role. I have no best role or no dream role in life as such. I just enjoy acting. Give me any part. I want to just do my best with it. So no dream roles as such.
Well, I think that's a great way to go ahead. और मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि every time I interview you, it's for a new film and a new role, because we've missed a lot of films in between that I have not interviewed you for. But I think I have managed to see you in the best possible ways. Loved every bit
Correct.
of you
Thank
on
you.
screen, and I so look forward to Unpaused too.
Thank you, Urmin. You take care of yourself, Papa.